Basically, since 2022, there's been a ceasefire between the Houthis, who are the government in essentially what used to be North Yemen. Before 1990, North and South Yemen were different countries, and the Houthis are Ansar Allah, as they are known. They took power in 2014, and they've been in power ever since, and the Saudis tried to get rid of them from 2015 to 2022. And essentially, since 2022, there's been some skirmishes on the ground between the Houthis and Saudi-backed forces, and some shelling across the border. But there have been no Saudi airstrikes and no Houthi attacks, missile or drone attacks on Saudi Arabia. That was really what made the Saudis pursue peace with the Houthis, was the fact that they got really good at striking their oil fields with missiles and drones. So the turn that it took was after October 7th, the Houthis started imposing essentially a blockade on Israeli shipping and Israeli-linked shipping, and started attacking ships that were headed to Israel or that had some or were owned by Israelis or something like that. And then who came in to save the day and defend the Israeli ships? Of course, it was the U.S. So in January 2024, Joe Biden started bombing the Houthis directly, and it was the first time that the U.S. really did that. What's interesting is that the Saudis have wanted nothing to do with it. Obviously they provide some sort of support because the U.S. has bases in Saudi and everything, but they have not been, they've publicly distanced themselves from this war. So from January 2024 to January 2025, the U.S. and the U.K., mainly the U.S., were launching airstrikes against the Houthis, which did nothing. The thing about them is that they're very resilient, which the Saudi bombing campaign showed. They just became tougher during that time. So Biden failed, but then there was a ceasefire in Gaza, and the Houthis stopped their attacks. And then in March of this year, Israel violated the ceasefire deal by imposing a total blockade on Gaza.